Welcome back, everyone, to another episode on Lucid SMP. Alright, so last episode, we built this Bunsen burner inspired little structure, and we're using this as our town center. So this is going to be like a survivor settlement, and we're kind of taking inspiration from Frostpunk. So most things will look dirty and oily, like this mud. And, we got a mud farm over there, and that'll be pretty useful when we start to kind of lay out everything. But I needed it for a build that we're going to be doing today, so cool. Over here, I am planning on putting the depot, and we'll be working on that later as well. But I have some other stuff, another project we're actually going to be working on, so I need to head through the nether to do that. Alright, so we're back here in the overworld at my industrial district. I got this started not too long after last episode. Oh, you can see cats. I guess they're spawning up here too. 'Cause down here we have an iron farm. There's no cats down here. There were. I don't know where they went. But yeah, just a basic iron farm. Gets the job done. You can see a golem dying there. And get some rockets. We can go over here. And we just have a one chunk slime farm. Pretty basic. Nothing too special here. But yeah, this as well gets the job done. And yeah, so I needed iron and slime and some other materials for the project today. And that's up here. I flattened out a little area and we'll be building an ice farm. The ice farm is done and I've let it run for quite a while just so we can do a full harvest here. Each module can produce about or it is a stack. It's an 8x8 square. So we'll harvest from this layer and this layer, so that's 4 down here and then 4 up here. So it'll be a stack, and then we also have 54 modules, so in total we should produce, a large chest worth of ice. I think that's, what, 6 stacks of packed ice? Not enough to make like a stack of blue ice, but, you know, who uses blue ice? So I think we should be good. So I just want to go through how this functions real quick. So just above this piston is our water source, and that's where the ice generates. And that piston is being butted by this redstone block here. So whenever ice does generate, that piston will activate and push the ice up. Normally, when this farm is operational, this observer here would be in that piston or in that position right there. And that would detect when the ice generates, then it sends a signal to this piston and it pushes it over 1 block. But because the system's off right now, we've pulled that observer out of the way so that didn't happen. So that ice block generates here and then gets pushed into this position. And we're locked. So we're off. It's no longer generating any more ice. And yeah, so that's really what we want. And we can tell it's functioning because there's no more ice in this row, right? All right, so now we can do a full harvest here. So we'll just start here. Hopefully, I'm afraid I'm gonna break like the walls and stuff, mud. It'll be okay here. Cool, so I've harvested all the ice and I have 2 shulker boxes here full. And this is all we produced, so that's what we expected. That's pretty cool. But we're back here at my base, and kind of started laying out the area for the storage. And actually, let's put this stuff away first. All right, so down here we have a little bit of space where we can put a little depot for cargo coming in and stuff. We'll have a pulley system for a crane, and yeah, so we'll have our storage up here in this big platform. And I already kind of started putting something together just so we could figure out the dimensions and what I wanted to store over here, you know. So yeah, I just need to put materials together and then build this. And after that, we can start figuring out what this is all going to look like. So I've done a little bit of building here. I got the interior of the storage room done. And I've done a little bit more work out here just so we can start visualizing what I'm thinking. Out here, we have the depot. And I'll do a little bit more work out here at some point. But this will be where workers and other people will bring in their materials and stuff, and then we'll have like this chain lift that will carry everything up to the top of this tower that I'm gonna have here. So it'll have like an opening, like a large window and stuff. Um, but yeah, so my goal for this episode is just to get this thumbnail ready. So that just means we're going to continue working on the tower here and maybe a little bit of an exterior. That way we can just cover up the storage room and get it looking nice. So, so yeah, I may do a little bit of work out here too. But yeah, I'm just going to keep working on this and start getting it ready. All right, so I got a little carried away here. I figured I was going to build a little bit and then jump back in and talk about it, but I just kind of did the whole thing. So, yeah, we have our depot here. We have a little base for the lift to fit snugly into so that it's not shifting around when people are loading it. Now we have a little fire here, that way people can stay warm. It also keeps the place lit up. I don't know what's it like over here. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're just okay. Yeah, cool. But yeah, looking pretty cool. Some things may change, like the windows may remove a few of the lanterns. I think it's a bit much at the moment, but oh, can turn that off. But yeah, so the whole thing isn't done yet, but I need to put together a lot more mangrove. Since I didn't like do any of this in creative, I didn't know what resources I was going to use. I ended up using a lot of the mangrove. So yeah, that's going to be fun collecting even more of that. It's so much fun. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty cool. We do have some stuff on the lift. Did add a little bit of light. That way mobs aren't spawning up here. I think how much light is actually up there. Yeah, it's pretty good. No mobs should be spawning. Have to figure out something to do with the snow. That way it's not covering all the nice little details like in the floor. I mean, it's just dirt or mud. Might add some glass as well. So I wanted to take a look from our area over here so we can kind of see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can tell that it's, not a finished building, but I think once we start getting some more buildings in there, it'll look like a little village, and yeah, pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. I think maybe next episode I'm gonna work on figuring out the food situation so I don't have to keep eating potato. But yeah, I think behind me, back there next to the trees, I planned on putting a cookhouse where we can cook up food and stuff. So I'll figure out what to do over there. Maybe get some cows and stuff over there. And we may do a little bit more work on this build. I just need to get more mangrove and stuff. I don't have a whole lot of it anymore now that I've used a whole lot of it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.